Have to restart.
We lost.
From the beginning, restart.
Okay. Hi everyone, this is Claudia from Claudibility. Today I'm going to talk about gut health and which foods are important for the gut. So we all know what to do, and we all know that foods actually serve a purpose in our bodies. I am very big with foods and using food as medicine because I myself was sick many years ago and the doctors had given me 3 months of my life. And the only way that I could heal was by basically going to college and studying and working with my own body, because I got really ripped up with different practitioners, different consultants, just wanting to sell me a supplement or write me a script because they just wanted to get me out of the door. But my mission, since I got sick and I experienced what health is about and what sickness is about, when I finished my graduation, I opened up the clinic to basically help people. Help people in the honest way, because your health is very important. And it's very important that you understand that when you feel good, you look good, and you actually want to help other people, and you have a happy family as well, and happy kids. So going back to my health and fixing my own health journey, the only thing that worked for me was working with my blood chemistry. That's why when I see a client in the clinic, the first thing that I find out is, do you know your blood type? A lot of people say to me, no, wouldn't have a clue. A lot of people say, yes, I do. I said, cool. So are you a blood type O? And they say, yes. So tell me a little bit about what happens when you have milk. And they go to me, whoa, now I understand. Every morning when I have my cup of coffee, that cappuccino, no sooner than 2 minutes, I am running to the toilet. What's that telling you and me? That this person is lactose intolerant. So yes, you can have milks, and the milk that's best for you is Zymil lactose-free milk. Okay? Or you could go almond milk, or you could go rice milk, but be mindful about your calories, okay? If you're trying to lose weight and things like that as well. So yeah, working with your blood chemistry is very important. I've started a new business working with children, and this has been so wonderful, making a difference in people's lives and families, and just making a difference in the community. I started this because I just happened to have a couple of clients that had children, and they brought me the children with problems like constipation and getting sick all the time with colds and flus, immunity support. And what I did was just changing what they were eating and giving them the right plan so that they would follow and use food as medicine. And they came back in 2 weeks and was like, wow, Claudia, my child is pooing. My child is sleeping, and my child is behaving. And I was like, oh my God, I need to help other mothers. I need to help other children as well out there. And I just don't do normal, I do children, I do adults, I do special needs. Anybody that is wanting to be healthy and wanting health and knowing which foods are good for you, that's what I do. So today I'm going to make some interesting things. Kids and adults, I'm going to make sushi made from quinoa instead of using rice, which is full of starch. And also purchase sushi has got a lot of sugar and vinegars as well. And those sugars are basically not healthy for children or adults because the sugar ferments in the gut and causes lots of gastrointestinal problems. And things like sashimi as well, a lot of children and lots of adults like sashimi. And we have a problem with sashimi because of parasites and bacteria as well. It's great to go to places that are reputable, that will sell you or serve you fresh fish, cut and crafted in front of you, and you take it home and consume. Okay, so just be mindful about sashimi as well. You've got to go to places that are serving you fresh fish. Then going back to sushi again, a lot of people say to me, "Wow, I've stopped eating McDonald's, I've stopped eating KFC, and now I've switched to sushi." Oh, well, I said, well, tell me then. You tell me, I said to the person, how do you feel after having sushi? And the person goes to me, I actually feel bloated. I actually get some cramps in my stomach. And I said, do you know why? And she goes, no, I've got no idea. So I said, do you actually know how commercial sushi is made? And she goes to me, not really. So I said, the rice is first of all white rice. And white rice is not good, especially sushi rice or jasmine rice, because the body breaks that down into sugars. So too much sugar is not good. So today I'm going to make sushi for you, something that's going to nurture and nourish your gut and make you feel amazing as well. So I'm going to use quinoa, and I've got it here. I've actually cooked this quinoa and infused it with lime rind or lemon rind. And I've added a lot of vegetables in here as well. I've got here parsnip, carrots, celery, and onion and garlic, and a tad of ginger already mixed up in here. And the quinoa as well has to be soaked about, could you turn the music down please? The quinoa has to be soaked overnight. And why is the quinoa needed to be soaked? Quinoa is 90% protein and complex carbohydrate as well. The quinoa in itself, its chemistry of it, has got a lot of phytates and oxalates. When these phytates and oxalates, if they're not eliminated from the quinoa prior to consuming it, it will affect your thyroid gland. It will slow down your metabolism. So this quinoa was soaked for about 8 hours. Then I actually drained it and cooked it, infused it with vegetables. So this is what I'm going to use as the base of my sushi. So let's go. So I've got here nori sushi sheets. So I'm not going to use a bat, I'm just going to go free-handed. So here's the sheet. I'm going to get a spoon. Tap that down nice and firm. So you can see the garlic in here. You can see your carrots and your celery as well. Now, great food for the gut as well, besides quinoa and all your vegetables for your fibers. So what happens when you consume your vegetables? Why are we always forcing people, just in general, and children to eat vegetables? Vegetables have phytonutrients. They have a lot of fiber. They have a lot of vitamins and minerals. It actually has fibers that feed the good gut bacteria. So it's great to take a probiotic, but if you do not have food that will nurture and rejuvenate the gut flora, we are in strife. So that's why when I cook, when I do my plans, I use food as medicine to to nurture and rejuvenate the gut. Okay, so in here as well, I have got, this is great for the gut as well. I haven't made this, but I purchased, this is sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is amazing food for the gut flora. So it also helps your digestion. So I'm going to use this in here. And I've infused this sauerkraut with 100% olive oil. Nice. So in here I've got broccoli and cauliflower as well. Just use that. Look at this, looking really good, eh? Let's put some in here. I've got radish, pickled this with some beetroot as well. So I'm going to add to that some radish. Look at the beautiful colors. Now you could put in here avocado, some radish. You could put in here as well some carrots and cucumbers. I'm just going to add that. So I've got here some coriander, fresh cilantro. Coriander is really good to nurture the gut. It helps to detoxify the liver. It's loaded with chlorophyll. It's great to extract heavy metals such as mercury, especially after the vaccinations that we've all had. It's great to consume coriander or cilantro, okay? Either cooked or raw, it's great. So how's this looking? It's looking good, hey? Now in here, I'm going to add some almond butter. Okay, so let's roll this up. Let's have a look how we're going to do this. Okay, so this is how I do it, simple. So I just need a little bit of water. Could you just get me some water, please? So I'm just going to seal this to hold it together. Cool. So just add water to seal the edge. Look at that, so good. Let's have a look. I'm going to cut this now. Wow. For you, for your children, for me, for everybody. Let's have a go. Nice, nourishing, tastes amazing as well. And this is something that you could make in a couple of minutes and have it ready if you want to cut it again. In small platters for the kids for after school as well. Look at that. Holds it nice and firm. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that here. So your knife needs to be nice and sharp as well. Look at that, perfect. No mat, no fiddling with this and that, no vinegars. Basically, I've just got here wholesome nutrient. Trust me, this is really good. You want to try? Give it a go. Bon appetit. So I'm just going to leave those in here. It's looking really good. So tie this up. Okay, so for the children now, I've got something really exciting for the children. Are you ready, kids? I know children from around the world are watching me tonight, and they watched me last week, and they saw me, not last week, the previous week, and they saw me cooking, and they've asked their parents to go to the shops and get a really toy kitchen. And I've been getting photos from moms and dads showing me how I have motivated children to cook, and they're doing wonderful cooking at home and playing and also learning about fruits and vegetables. Okay, kids, let's go. I got something for you. Have a look. Ready? This is the kitchen that I made for you. Do you like it? Let's open this up. What's in it? Wow, what is this? Okay, let's open this one. Whoa, look at all this that I made for you. Okay, so kids, broccoli. Broccoli is really nice and healthy for you because it makes your hair and your muscles grow strong. Okay, so we're going to try this week maybe one type of vegetable that you've never tried before. Maybe it will be something like pumpkin. And pumpkin is really yummy. So let's try something new this week, okay? I would like to encourage you to eat vegetables. Vegetables make you grow strong. Now, these are sweet potato, and they make beautiful chips as well. So I have got here white sweet potato. I've got orange sweet potato, which is called your kumra, and I've also got in here, I think this one is a purple sweet potato, and this is white sweet potato, which the skin is purple. So there's 3 types of sweet potatoes. The best one for adults or people wanting to lose weight is your kumra. It's basically loaded with water, less starch. These ones over here, much more starchy. So kids, you can eat all different types, okay? Because these are really good for you. In a stir fry, in a soup, or chips, these are good. Okay, so let's have a look what else we got in here. I got cucumbers. I hear that kids love these little cucumbers, and these are really good as well. You could just cut it up and put it in the sushi as well. And the popular carrots, okay? Carrots are really good for your eyesight. So when you eat carrots, it makes your eyes shine, it gives you good vision. It's got a lot of vitamin A, okay? Carrots. So I've got here capsicum as well. Capsicums are really good. We could make cars out of capsicums. If you recall we got done something like that. We can cut it up and put in a salad as well. It's really good for your gut. In here I've got a mandarin. Okay, now in here I've got some green apples. Green apples are really good for the gut as well. It's got malic acid, which nurtures the gut bacteria as well. And what else do we have in here? This is all for the children, okay? Children, you are really special. Look at this. Special. You are special, okay? So remember that. Let's have a look what else we're going to do. So are you ready? Look at this. I made nice chocolate cupcakes for you. So in about a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how to make homemade chocolate that is so easy to make and so nourishing as well. Okay. So let's have a look in here. So how do you like my kitchen? Do you think it's great? Let's play. Okay, so I've got here a little pot as well. So we're gonna do some casseroles with some chicken and sweet potato, maybe next time, not today. And look at this. Such a cute spoon, isn't it? Soup spoon. Who loves soup? Me, I love soup, and I think you should love it too. Okay, so that goes in there. And I've got another tool in here. And let's have a look at this. It's got a tap in here. It's so cute, this kitchen, okay? It's got an oven in here. It's got a knob. Listen to this. The temperatures get set in here. Amazing. Wow, I'm so impressed. I love this, especially for you. So now, let's make this homemade chocolate, okay? So, move this up here. Look at this. You're going to make some and put it in here. And let's get this out of the way. Okay, so ingredients to make this chocolate. Really, really easy, okay? I have got here almond spread, or it's called almond butter. I've got in here raw cacao powder. Now, who can tell me what's the difference between cacao, which is spelled C-A-C-A-O, or cocoa powder? Cacao powder is the best. It's the raw form of chocolate, full of nutrients, especially magnesium. Magnesium is one of the biggest minerals to control your nervous system, and it's great for children as well. So I'm going to use this chocolate, which is unprocessed, but also nothing added to it. No sugars, no salts, nothing. So we're going to use that second ingredient. In here, I have got 100% vanilla extract, not the imitation vanilla, because that's synthetic. So just use something that is more wholesome. In here, I have got my favorite sweetener, which is your rice malt syrup, or you could use molasses as well. I wouldn't use honey, just because honey, I think, should be consumed wholesomely by itself, because it's so beautiful by itself, okay? In here, I have got liquid coconut oil, or you could call it MCT oil. So I'm going to make this for you now and show you how easy it is to prepare. And I think children, if you are watching me, you can watch me and then tomorrow get your mom and dad into the kitchen and make this and send me some pictures, okay? I'm watching you. So get a bowl. I'm just going to use this bowl here, and you need a whisk as well, okay? So we're going to start with about 1 cup of liquid coconut oil. I'm going to add to that half a cup of rice malt syrup. I'm just going to whisk this. I need some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt to give flavor to our chocolate. I shake, shake, shake. I shake, shake, shake. Gonna whisk this. Can you see this? It's looking really good. Look at that. It's emulsifying. You do not need the stove. It's easy as this. I'm going to add to that a teaspoon of vanilla essence. It makes your muscles really grow strong as well. Hey kids, watch this. Amazing. To that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of almond butter. This is optional, by the way. I'm going to use that to add some protein to my chocolate so that it balances my sugar levels as well. Okay, so I'm going to just mix that up. Homemade chocolate. Wow. Look at this. Raw, wholesome, full of magnesium, full of essential fatty acids. By the way, this is really good for the gut as well. It's a gut, I call it a gut hugger. Okay? So, this is my mixture. To this, I'm going to add a tablespoon of cacao powder. You don't need to sift the cacao powder because it's so simple as this, okay? A tablespoon goes in there. Let's mix this up. Chocolate in a bowl. Now, this can be used to decorate your cupcakes, your cakes, your biscuits, anything that you would like. Or you could place them in the silicone mold. Could I have the chocolate, please? I've just made another batch previously, so I'll show you what it looks like once it's solidified. Put in that silicone mold and it looks like this, okay? So this is ready to consume. Look at that. Look at that chocolate. So wholesome, okay? Now, what we'll do, kids, let's put this into perspective. Let's decorate some cupcakes. Okay, so I have got in here for you look at this, all for you. So, these have been decorated previously, so I'm just going to use to show you. You could just take the chocolate, put it on top, spread it evenly. It will just set. You don't need to put the cupcakes in the freezer. Just like that. Then, on top of that, we're going to put a little flour. Just like that. This is edible glitter. Look at this. just magic in the kitchen. Hey, this is beautiful. So I've got here silver. So we're going to add some chocolate to this. Look at this, so beautiful. Oh, put some in there. Some in there. One more. So, just put that in the fridge first. What we're going to do now, let me see, let me get a mandarin. This is mandarin, okay? Seasonal fruit. By the way, the cupcakes are made with almond flour, rice malt syrup. This recipe is from my Love Food cookbook as well. So I'm gonna just use this to decorate my cupcake. Look at that, so pretty. Put some in here like this. Okay, it's looking really good. Kids, do you like this? Okay, so next we're going to add to that an apple, goes in there. Let's sprinkle the apple with a little bit of glitter to make it more interesting, eh? Watch that. Wow. So beautiful. So magical. Cool. Now, what's missing in here is this. So watch this, kids. Look at this magic. Wow, look at this. So good. Oh, let's put some on top of the apple as well, right? Fantastic. Such a beautiful treat after school. Look, this is waiting for you, just for you. How beautiful is that? And to finish it off, what we have in here. Look at this, ready to go. Now, I want to show you what it looks like inside. So I'm going to break this cupcake just to show you no flour added to this, okay? And it's cooked with rice malt syrup. Ready? Ready, set, go! Let's have a look. Look at the goodness. Nice, moist, nourishing. Okay, let's try this. Really good. I had a child this afternoon in here, and I gave him some fish oil, and the mother was a bit concerned about, no, he's not going to take it. I said, listen, let's not make a fuss. Fish oil is really good to make you grow, to make you sleep better. Let's go. So one shot he took it, and I said, in return, here's a cupcake for you. He had this brightness in his eyes. I could give him anything. So, and then gave him a cupcake to take home, and he actually started eating in the office, and he goes, Mom, this is really beautiful. So there you go. It speaks for itself. If you want to know what it tastes like, just get children to try it. And children, all children and most children are quite fussy. So we make food more interesting by putting colors, by decorating, by making it more appealing to the eyes, then they're more willing to try as well. So this is the way that we get kids to experiment new foods, by making more appealing to the eye and also more appealing to their taste buds as well. So excuse me, I'm just going to wash my hands. I'll be back in a minute. You can appreciate my little kitchen. Yum, yum, yum. So good. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll move this out of the way. And let's fill up this silicone mold with this chocolate. And I'll put it in the freezer for the kids tomorrow when they come to the clinic. Okay. Take a spoon, drop it in. So the benefits of cacao powder is that it's great because it's got magnesium, as I mentioned, but it's also a pre-probiotic, which is food for the good gut flora. So it's a win-win. It tastes good, easy to prepare, and your body is going to thank you for it. So it's a win-win situation, and kids are going to be really happy because they're having something sweet and something that is more wholesome as well. Okay, so let's clean this up. So there you go. In the freezer it goes. Just be careful, it's gonna... Cool. So that was the chocolate. Hope you enjoyed this. So now, just put it here. Just leave it. I'll do it later. So what we'll do now, we'll just go through some foods that are really good to nourish the gut for adults and for kids as well. So kids, as I mentioned, for parents as well, Yakult is not good. So when you're giving your children yogurts as well, yogurt is supposed to be such a trendy food, but the problem is that commercial yogurt contains a lot of sugar, and a lot of companies are using gelatin to thicken the yogurt and causing a lot of gastrointestinal problems. So I would like to share with you, when you're purchasing yogurt, especially for the children, just read the label. So you don't want to purchase a yogurt that contains, the first ingredient is sugar, all right? So maybe an alternative would be kefir, would be a better option for you, or your Greek style yogurt. Then you can sweeten that with something like rice malt syrup, or you could do your honey, or you could do natria and use a sweetener, or you could puree some strawberries or your blueberries and your raspberries. You could sweeten that for the children's yogurt as well. And packing quick snap yogurts nowadays, companies make easy for the kids and even toddlers, it's not a good choice. So just be mindful about that as well. And eating out your Chinese food, a lot of companies use a lot of restaurants use a lot of MSG, and MSG is not good, monosodium chloride. So it affects the process of digestion, actually kills the gut flora, leaving you quite depleted as well. So just be mindful about these little things, tips as well. And a good option is, as I would say again, is to cook at home. Get the children involved and get cooking. Get the kids to touch fruits and vegetables and connect as well, because the process of digestion starts from the minute you start thinking about food. So if you think about food, prepare your food, you're connecting your energies with the food, and when you consume it, it's like, wow, your body is getting all the nurturing from the process of you stimulating the cutting, the chopping, and the chewing, and the whole process of the food consumption. Another good thing about foods that are great for children as well, and depending what the child has, a lot of people have children that have health conditions such as autism, behavior issues, maybe any other condition that is predisposing them not to be in a good relationship with food. So kids that are autistic, they're very sensitive to noise, texture, smells. So if you have a child that has a condition, don't push them to the limit. They actually do not know what to do. In their mind, they are like, what do I do with this food? So it would be really good for you to get your child assessed and get either a nutritionist or occupational therapist to give you a hand on how to manage your child, and get the child involved in telling us what the relationship with food is. So, and that will help you parents to make your meal times more beneficial, more relationship based, instead of being a battlefield for you and your children, because they are so fussy and they don't like the smell of the cauliflower, they don't like the smell of the rice. So that's basically all different health conditions that can be isolated and assisted with. Okay, so getting a child to eat foods, it's very complex, because these children don't understand the importance of having different types of foods. And as parents and as practitioners, our role is to guide them and to educate them And if a child is predisposing with a lot of different health issues, it's best to give them a good therapeutic practitioner range multivitamin, and that will basically give all the nutrients that a child needs to nourish their bodies, instead of just forcing them to have the fruits and vegetables. And if I'm making a hearty burger, just getting all the nutrients in there as well. And we have a lot of different recipes that I have created for you, for the children, on different social media platforms. Okay, so you can go in there and they're all there for free for you. How to make a healthy muesli bar for kids, how to make nourishing hearty burgers for the children, how to make a gut healing sauce that will nourish and complement your 5 taste buds, not leaving you feeling bloated or uncomfortable. So using food as medicine, again and again, I'm going to drill this into us, that food serves a purpose, that food is medicine, that food is beautiful when you know how to put it together and reap the benefits of it. Okay, and another thing that is really good for adults as well, that will help the gut and stimulate the gut and help the process of digestion, feed your good gut flora, is your kimchi. Okay, but everything in balance. You don't want to have a lot of any good thing as well. Like, for example, sauerkraut is about a teaspoon of that in a meal. It just is enough to get the benefits of it and your gut flora to be nurtured as well. And including oil. So I would suggest not to cut. This is more for adults, about weight loss, getting you to consume all food groups without cutting out your carbohydrates, without cutting out your fats, because the body needs these nutrients. These are the building blocks of the body. So if you start cutting down, for example, I don't know, just stop eating bread, for example. I'm talking about wholemeal bread or spelt bread. What your body will do, it will go into starvation mode and it will slow down your metabolism. And you know what your metabolism is, the process of consuming and burning food as fuel for the body. So that's why it's best not to cut these food groups, and also going fat-free. Fat-free is no good. It's more processed, it's more synthetic, and when you ingest that, it's actually not good for your gut. Okay, so having things like olive oil in balance again, your flaxseed oil, your fish oil is very, very good for children and adults as well. And coconut oil is really good as well. So coconut oil has got a high point of saturation, which you can cook with it, you can fry with it as well. And having things like wholesome foods is really, really good. And what else can I say? Water. You know, water plays a very important part in treating a condition such as constipation. If there is no water, the gut flora will not travel in your large intestine. And the large intestine, we mentioned this last week, is about 1.5 meters long. So if the gut flora is sitting there and needs to be nurtured with good food, water, and if you don't have fats, it's not going to work for you. Okay, so just be mindful that nutrition is very, very imperative, that you consume all food groups, not excessively, but in balance, and even for the children as well. And what else can I say about gut health? Gut health at the moment with allergies as well, a good supplement would be quercetin. It will get rid of your irritating coughs and tickle in your throat as well. And I have got a beautiful recipe that I have made for somebody a couple of months ago that had a very stubborn, irritating cough. The doctors didn't know what to do. So I just went home and grated some fresh ginger, squeezed some lemon, fresh lemon, took some lemon rind, put it in there as well, and added some manuka honey and cloves powder. Made that into a paste, put it in a bottle, and I told my client, take this 3 times a day. And within 24 hours, I was told that the cough had gone. So yes, food is powerful. Food is medicine. You just need to know what to do with food and how to put it together, and also respecting food, because food needs wholesome respect. And having food in balance is very important as well. And the relationship with food is that you need to know that yes, you can have a day here and there when you can go and have a pizza, when you can go and have your chips and all your other bits and pieces, but coming back to basics in the kitchen, good nutrition is imperative. Having the right salt in your pantry. Maybe next week we can cover topics like, what's important, how can you get started in the kitchen with good ingredients for gut health. There is so much out there that we can talk about, and we can actually help you to understand the process of healing with food and the relationship with food, and getting the children healthy so that you can have a peaceful home, and the relationship between the children, and also for all parents out there. I know I am a parent as well, but I always put myself first. I'm not a selfish person, but I feel this is very important. I cannot look after my family or my clients if I don't look after myself. So I think for parents, this is a simple message. Look after yourselves so that you can be strong and healthy and have the energy to look after your family, especially if you have children that require more care, more need than others as well. Okay, so remember, do not go out the door in the morning without drinking a glass of water and your breakfast. Okay, and breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it's best to have breakfast between 3 hours from rising in the morning. So I think this is it for today. Hope you've enjoyed. It's been a pleasure to present this to you and the children, and we'll check again next week. And thank you so much for your support and your love and your contribution as well. Thank you.